Hey writers, this is Lee Jessup, career coach for emerging and professional screenwriters. Want to first and foremost thank everybody for coming back to my channel, watching what I shared with everybody the other day about communication with people in the industry during the LA fires. With those emails that I got from people about what to do and how to communicate, I also got emails and texts and calls about where's this all going and how is this going to impact the industry? Are these LA fires that are so monumental going to cost us the business? Is this the final blow that the industry has been bracing for? Is there coming back from this? And I wanted to share my answer publicly because I think it's really important. Yes, the fires have stopped Los Angeles dead in its tracks, and right now we are all waiting for things to settle, waiting to know that the fires have indeed been contained and resolved, ready to figure out the rebuilding of it all. But I need to remind everybody that we've come through a number of years with these very big, once in a century, once in a lifetime event, and every time the industry has come through. Ultimately, this is an industry made of producers. This is made of an industry that's made of problem solvers. And I do find that while there's been horrible damage to people's lives and homes, and lives lost and trauma and so much in the last week since these fires started, at the end of the day, none of the damage done is, from my understanding and from what I'm seeing, to TV and filmmaking infrastructure, right? Our studios have not burned down, our equipment has not burned down, our offices have not burned down, and more importantly, the companies, well, not more importantly, because what burned down is quite awful, but as it pertains to the industry, harm was not done to industry companies. It has been done to individuals, and hopefully everybody will be able to rebuild and come back from this. But I want you to remember that when COVID started, there was a lot of fear of like, what will this mean to the industry? And is there coming back from this? Same with strike, post strike. What does this mean for the industry? Will it come back? Is it forever changed? And while there have been changes, before these fires started, we were gaining good momentum for the industry. That momentum has stopped temporarily while we get to the other side of these fires, while we figure out how to emerge from this, how to rebuild, how to come back on an individual level, on a personal level, and on a city level. And it's really beautiful to see all the studios, all the unions, all the organizations that are coming to support Los Angeles, to give money to the city, to figure out how to rebuild. But I do not anticipate this being something that stops the industry beyond the work stoppage that we have going on now, when fires are still raging and we are still trying to figure out everybody's safety. I'm happy to tell you that we are now a week out. I'm recording this a week after the fire started. And while the fires are still very much going and active and need to be contained and deserve our attention and efforts, I can tell you that my clients in the industry started going back to meetings, to general meetings, to staffing meetings, to pitch meetings. So the industry is slowly but quietly, where possible, starting to pick things back up. Of course, the people that were personally hit, who've been evacuated, who've lost homes, are going to take a little bit longer because they're going to take what they need to take, and that is the reality of it, and we're going to give them all the grace and support that we can. But the industry is still very much here, and 2025 is still a year that I anticipate to have be a very positive, momentum building one, for writers who are looking to gain traction in the industry, for writers who are looking to make inroads, for the career that they're building, and for writers that are already starting their career and building on from that, not to mention those writers who were previously working, who are now looking to get hired, set up shows, set up movies. The industry's very much here. So all of this to say to you that while we all appreciate all the empathy and all the support, and you guys reading the room, as far as pushing for new communication, new relationships, and giving everybody a little space for that, I really do urge you to not lose sight of your career, your focus, the things that you're doing, your strategy for the year to come, your writing plans, your submission plans, your representation strategy, all of those things, because this industry doesn't roll over. This is an industry of problem solvers, and problems will be solved. And if it's taught us anything, is that you can just never count it out. So don't, especially this time, because while it has been terrible and frightening and scary and all of these things, none of the things that happen directly to the industry. As an industry, as the world that creates movies and television and entertainment. So we're still in January 2025. There's still time to sit down, to plan out your career, to come up with strategy, to think about what you're getting done this year. I urge you to do that. Give the industry a moment to catch up, to catch its breath. But then it will be back to doing more, doing better, getting out there and continuing to roll along as a productive and momentum building industry. It's kind of the best way to put it. All right, you guys, I hope you found this helpful. If I can be of further help with anything, check out my website, leejessup.com. If you like this, of course, subscribe. Keep watching. I'm sure there'll be more on this, and hopefully we'll connect soon. Bye.